Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new stream. I hope you all are doing well today. I have in front of me here what we're going to be working on today. The Harry Potter, Evan is coming around right now. Normally we just have the little go live button over here, but there's not going to be enough room today, so we kind of had to put it elsewhere. But he's here now, and we are parting out these sets. We're not going to have time to actually put it all on the wall. We may not actually have time to do all of this, although hopefully we will.
Hopefully we can get it at least separated.
Yeah, so we're basically just going to be doing the actual part out. We think we can do it on one table and the carts.
Maybe.
We'll see. Maybe we'll have to bring in another table. I don't know. But let's see who's here. Hello, T. Haynes. He was here. Oh, we're on Top Chat.
Where's she? Oh, Top Chat.
All right, there we go. Looks like there wasn't anything missing, I don't think. Nope. T. Haynes, welcome. Jim, welcome. David, good to see you here. Fun Brick Creations, welcome. We are doing well. How about you? Rocky's Guy BrickStore, also known as Danny Jackson, welcome. Steve, welcome. And David compliments us on our music choice. Thank you. That is all Evan.
Just Bricks is here. Brick Von Baron is here. Who else is here?
JB says that they just took a train ride to a corn maze. That is cool. I wish I was on a train.
You're not at Six Flags. Is it Six Flags? Is that where you usually are? I think you're usually at Six Flags. Or some sort of theme park, which you're not. I don't think. But you kind of are. You're at a...
some kind of an entertainment facility. Yeah. Did we say hello to Jamian?
No, we did not.
Welcome.
Was this the Target sale? Yes, this was. So this was, I ordered one online, and then I went to 3 different Targets and picked them up. Actually, I went to 4 Targets and picked them up. One was an online order, though. Actually, they were all online pickup orders, I guess. But one was like a ship to store or something. But yeah, we got 4 of these. They were $60 each. They part out for like $250 or $240 or something. The downside is obviously that everyone else bought these as well, but it's going to add almost 7,000 parts to our store.
Yeah.
So it's good. David says, was the time to pick it up worth it? The time to pick it up.
You mean versus just ordering it offline? Or sorry, online? And
yeah, I went to all 4 Targets in about an hour or so, a little less than an hour. I just placed the orders a few hours ahead of time, and then you get the little message that says it's ready to be picked up, and then you drive up, and I just went to the thing, and you say, oh, we're here. And having worked at Target at some point, I know that they have a serious goal that they have to bring your stuff out within 2 minutes. So I'd park, I'd put in my number, and it was out there it wasn't busy at any of the Targets when I went, so it was like 30 seconds to a minute, and it was there.
I totally forgot you worked at Target for like 2 weeks.
So 3 weeks, yep. It was very short.
The only time you ever had a normal job?
That's the only actual job I've had where like that, but it was, I didn't hate it actually. The music's a little bit loud, says Jade. Welcome to the stream, Jade. Welcome, Henry, and anyone else that we missed, but I think that's it. I can turn the music down a little bit. Sorry about that.
All right.
Hopefully that is good. If it's not, you can let me know. I turned it down.
Do we have the box cutter?
Yes, you have the cutterizer.
Okay.
We have fun names for everything in our store.
Yes.
And this is something
and for the whole house.
That's true.
There's the sweeperizer and the sweeperator, which are 2 very different things, and they must not be confused.
Yes.
I think we should call the vacuum the vaculator, though.
The
vaculator.
Yeah, that doesn't have a name. The vaculator. No. Maybe we go away from the aider and we go to like.
That's a portrayal of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
That's true.
So David,
congratulations,
says that his only real job was at Applebee's. However, starting next week, he's employed by DNA Bricks LLC. Next week, it's a great feeling to finally be on payroll.
Nice. Congratulations, by the way, David, on everything that has happened to you in the past week or so.
Yeah.
Very exciting. For those of you who do not know,
I don't know. Weren't we? Wasn't that supposed to be?
No. He mentioned it in a regular channel. Okay. That's how I found out about it. Because David, you had mentioned it in the Patreon channel, and then I didn't hear back like that next day or the day after, so I went and scrolled through all the other channels to try and find if you had gone through with it. I'll mention it if you give me a thumbs up or say go for it, but very exciting stuff that happened to David over the past few days. Lots of pieces in this set, only 230 lots, so not terrible in terms of lot count. Hopefully we have enough cups right now. Sorry.
I was making a pile.
Oh, you were? Yeah, David said common knowledge now. So for those of you who don't know, David West of DNA Bricks just signed a lease on I think it was a 1,000 square foot space that'll allow for expansion of his online store. And he says in the future will allow for additional, hopefully, retail space, which is very cool, very exciting. And congratulations, David. Super cool. We are hoping eventually, but I think we've decided that 1,000 square feet wouldn't be enough for us, at least when we move. Because in here we have almost 400 square feet. Obviously 1,000 would be significantly larger, but we'd want to go somewhere where we can expand for years. And maybe 1,000 square feet would be enough, but we want bigger than that. We'll see what ends up happening because it's expensive and stuff, but yeah, congratulations, David. That's super, super exciting. And the fact that it can be a retail space is also very, very cool. Yeah, David says, now I get to put up drywall fasteners for 75 drawer units. Are you going to mount it all to the drywall? What if you, I mean, obviously do whatever you want, but what if you just stick like a 1x2, or not 1x2, like a 1x3 or 1x4 across the wall, like really long, and then screw that into the studs, and then screw up the drawers into that? That's what we do. Obviously totally up to you, but then you don't have to line up the fasteners with the units. Speaking of units, have you purchased more, or are you currently just using what you have? And are you shutting your store down to move, or are you going to try to keep it open and just do the move in a couple days and then pack orders a little late or something?
It's probably having to retype 50 times.
I know, sorry. That's 1,000 different questions there. Also, sorry for all the ruffling of pieces, but there's a lot of bags here.
Yeah.
I think a little more than I expected.
Here's 3.
Soul Flame, welcome to the stream. How are you? Brick Outside the Box, if we didn't say hello to you, welcome to the stream as well. Yeah, cool. Got 24 people watching right now. We are potentially going to, change the stream time to be normally at 2. We haven't decided that, but this week, since this is a larger set, we're assuming this stream is going to go a little bit longer. And because of that, we wanted to start a little bit earlier. So that is why we started a little bit earlier. So we're starting at 2, and this will probably, well, hopefully we're able to finish parting it out. It won't be uploaded on the stream, but hopefully it can be completely parted out. You have 2 somewhere?
Yeah. I'm not confident this was done correctly.
No, I feel like something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Like,
does not feel like it's the right amount.
Like this looks like it has.
Okay, something is wrong. Because there's only 3 number 7s.
Okay, is there a 7 over there?
Should we drop probably in the 1.
You dropped 1 over here.
Ah.
Good catch.
Sorry, I was reading chat, Evan, paying attention to our wonderful subscribers. And slightly less wonderful non-subscribers. Please subscribe. Okay, Soul Flame, welcome. I believe you already said that, though. Brick Outside the Box, hello. David West says, I was looking at doing lumber for cross beams, but this was so much cheaper. One got completely empty drawerless cab that I used to Sharpie the marks for the fasteners, then go from there. Store's closed, everything is moved, far from set up.
Nice. Cool. How long do you think it's going to take for you to get set up? Because that's something we are concerned about when it comes to moving, is the length of time in which we're going to have to be closed to move inventory and stuff. my thought on how we would do this. Do you have the trays or the? Yeah. My thought is we will probably, and we haven't really discussed this, but potentially
maintain 2.
Well, I don't know. I don't think legally or with BrickLink terms we can actually do that. But potentially start setting up the new space while we're still operating in here, which would involve buying more drawers and stuff, and potentially renumbering drawers and stuff there, and then doing a gradual move over with the store still open. We would just have to figure out and do some math as to whether or not that'd be worth it and worth the potential mistakes, or if it's easier to just close the store for a week or 2 and move everything over, but I don't know. We're not there yet. We have some time. So if you guys haven't seen the latest vlog, we've started switching to these cups, and I like them. And some people said that I bought too high quality of cups or something. Like they were like, high quality cups, no. That was a comment. They just used super cheap plastic. These were pretty cheap. These were some of the cheapest ones I could get at Smart and Final.
I mean,
in a
they're
pack
transparent, so I think that's like the important thing.
Yeah. And I made them sound very expensive, I guess. They weren't, it was like $13 for a pack of 100, which is kind of a lot, but maybe not. I don't know. Henry says you guys have 2-car garage and use all that space. What is it, approximately 400 square feet? Yeah, it's pretty close to 400 square feet. It's like, I think the garage is like 19 feet by 18 feet or something like that. So it's like a weird, it's a slightly smaller 2-car garage. So this is the same neighborhood as I grew up in, or we both grew up in. And both of our childhood houses had larger garages than this one, but it's in the same neighborhood. It's very weird.
This was also one of the first houses that went up, I think. So,
but like, I don't know. It's a little weird because no one would remodel a garage or like change the size of the walls. So it is a little weird that it's slightly smaller. But yeah, it's like
I don't know. Does this house have the same layout as the other track houses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's been modified because of the front add-on.
Yeah.
But yeah, because my friend lived on 2 streets over, had the same house or the same position of house, which has the same layout, and it's essentially the same. It's just obviously this one's been remodeled a little bit. But usually when you remodel, you don't.
Zhao says, I think that comment was mine.
Was it? I think you're right. It was yours. Yeah. You said no to the high quality cups. They're relatively high quality. I don't think they're like amazing. They were not meant to be. These are still the cups that you would get at a party or something, and you drink your water out of it and then you throw it away at the end of the day. It's not a keeping cup.
What kind of party are you going to? That's boring. Although then again, I don't go to any parties, so
the water parties.
I guess I'm not one to talk.
The water parties, you know.
At least I had a very boring high school.
Zhao just said I bought 200 more today for like €3. Yeah.
Evan, you're going to the wrong store.
I am.
You should go to Walmart.
Okay, here, maybe we win. Are yours completely transparent or are yours a little opaque? And how long will yours last? Because I think these are going to last us a while.
Some are already cracked.
Well, don't crack them. Soulfun says cups like that are perfect for sorting, in my opinion. Yeah, for a while we were using the little white things. I think the white things are actually still useful. We still use them.
Yeah.
For a lot of stuff, but when it's really spread out, this is the best way to do it, just because we can see across the table. Brick Spider says hashtag dollar store cups. Could have gone to the dollar store. Okay, I made a mistake, guys. I'm sorry.
What about the 99-cent store?
Yeah, 1 cent.
Or is that that extra cent is what separates the elite from the peasants?
the dollar store versus the 99-cent store.
Yeah, we're too upper class to go to the 99-cent store. We go to the dollar store.
Oh yeah, that 1 cent. Yep. Well, I think that the 99-cent store actually, or no, maybe it was maybe it was Dollar Tree. One of them announced that they're going to start pricing things
More than
higher,
$1?
more because they have to at this point.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand how those stores function, to be honest.
I'm not sure.
Especially without minimum buy limits.
Well, I don't think the labor changes. Like, if it was like a shipping thing, I think it mattered. But because there's just, you know, a checkout person.
But isn't a lot of it on brand?
Yeah, but the quality, or not the quality, the quantity is significantly smaller. So like if you're gonna go buy a thing of soap, it's a lot smaller jar than, because I've shopped at the dollar store, Dollar Tree or whatever, or the 99-cent store, and you need something like cheap, I guess. And yeah, it's smaller for sure. Soulflame said, "Wow, that was bad English." I don't know what you're referencing, but
I'm
if it was
certain
us,
that it was
yes.
what I said, yes.
Probably. Soulflame said, "I like cups like that as well, fully transparent because it's easy to see the cups much better." Maybe that's what you're referencing, but yes. David says, "Any opacity is a no-go." On the topic, lots of acros have been getting in are so cloudy. Yes, I've noticed that. The drawers themselves have changed, I think, over the past year or two, slowly to become like frosted almost. Versus occasionally, like actually over here, we have drawers, you know, it's not worth it, but we have drawers that we just put up, and the 2 units that are up there right now are relatively, I'd say, frosty. You can see through them, but it's not perfectly clear. But some of the ones you look on our wall right now, it's like you can easily see the pieces. So Acro Mills has been changing some of the things, or had to buy different plastic or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. I was talking to somebody in Discord who I could not verify their credentials, but they were saying that they worked in the warehousing industry and that a lot of the stuff is just sitting in warehouses here in America.
Well, there's also like over 100 container ships. We can see it right now if you go outside and look in the water. There's 100 or almost 100 container ships sitting right now waiting. So I'm sure some of it is like raw materials maybe that they're not getting in.
Yeah.
Because it is manufactured in the US, which is kind of the weird thing. Is that they're having such a shortage, so I would imagine it has to be because of plastic or something that I'm sure they don't get from here. But everywhere is very sad. Soulflame was referencing their own sentence. David said, "Oh yeah, the Dollar Tree is starting to sell stuff for $2 now. Inflation won." Yes, it did. Brickbiters also says Dollar Tree here in Arizona has already started the change. They still have stuff for $1, but they also have $5 stuff that actually. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's actually a really decent quality. Brick Outside the Box said you should get some more. Oh yeah, I think you also commented. Get some of the smaller shot glasses for parties. They're great for smaller pieces, takes a lot less space mixed with the ones you have for larger quantity pieces. Yeah, that.
I kind of like how these are universally stackable, though.
These are universally stackable until you fill them up, though, and then they don't stack at all, which kind of sucks. But Henrik says, "I've been buying the quote-unquote used ones from Amazon. So far, they've been good." That's exactly what we do. I don't know the last time I bought a new one. Actually, for the first 8 units on that wall on that side, they were new from Zorro. But on Amazon, I haven't bought new ones on Amazon in a very long time. Almost always buy the used ones, and they're still not cheap.
Soulflame says, with the label stuck on the front, does it really matter if they're transparent?
No, not really. I don't think so. But I've just
Well,
noticed.
it is nice to see the color.
Well, if they're completely non-transparent, I think it does matter. But if you can see through them a little bit to see the color, I think it's okay. Or like a little opaque, I don't think that's a big deal. But yeah, if it was completely transparent versus completely solid, to me that would matter, yes. Even though we put a label on the front.
We have a ton of these. It's going to be nice.
What is it? A 1x4 brick?
Yeah. Those
Probably
will
go
sell.
for a bin.
Yeah.
Cool. David says, no need to buy an inkjet printer or a mini fridge. You need to buy an inkjet printer and then a mini fridge, and then you're never leaving.
Gonna curl up in a corner.
Rocky's BrickStore or Danny says, I have my store set up in a room that is 6 by 12, 246,519 parts, and 11,827 lots. Nice. That's a good amount of space. Or sorry, that's a good amount of parts for a little amount of space.
Yeah.
That's what
I was trying to.
Yeah.
6 by 12.
That's less than half of what we have. That's very little. Nice. You have very
similar to us.
What? Oh no, I was gonna say you have very good squish skills.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's so rare to see bricks in this color. It almost doesn't look like the same color. Yeah.
Yeah, Soulflame says we don't have Acro Mills here in Europe. No, you guys have other brands. And we have a few other ones here too. It's, for the most part here in California right here, it's primarily Acro Mills just because there's not a ton of, like Menards is a store that has, I think, Tough or something like that is another, one of the brands, but here in California we don't have any Menards, so they have to ship if we got it from Menards, and since Acro Mills were easier, that's what we started with initially. And then now, oh, this is a weird piece. I've never seen that piece before. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we started with Acro Mills, and now we're, I think, not that we're stuck with it, obviously we could have different sections, but I don't think we would buy another brand before we move.
Not unless a competitor came out with something dirt cheap.
Yeah, because like once we move to a more, I guess, quote unquote permanent location, I think then if we decide to change brands and change layout and numbering system or something, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I'd be concerned that right now we make a change and then we move and then we just wasted a ton of time or something. But that could be totally wrong. Soulflame says, what color are those bricks? If you're talking about the light ones, they're light nougat. Brian McWood, holds the stream. Does that other guy still work with you, or just the two of you run the whole store? Kyle comes in here and there, but for the most part, it was decided that Kyle, he got busy with work and other things, so it just made more sense in agreements. Oh, there's Kyle. Speaking of Kyle, hello Kyle.
Wow.
There's Kyle.
You were just
Brian.
summoned.
Kyle is still here, as you can see.
Also, our music is still loud.
Yeah, sorry, Kyle. Jeez.
Wow, that. Kyle's never on stream too, so that's.
Yeah, Kyle does not watch very often, but. All right, I turned it down again, so hopefully it's a little bit better now. Each song, unfortunately, is slightly different in terms of volume, so some of them are very loud, and some of them are very quiet.
Don't you have them all downloaded? You're not streaming?
No, it's on a timeline, but
wait.
I didn't spend the couple hours worth of music to go. I did my best to make them all equal, but my best is only so good. Yeah, Kyle's here. Welcome. Yeah, but essentially, Brian, Kyle got busy with work and other stuff, so Kyle's not really in the store like he used to be and stuff. So for the most part, yes, it is Paul and I that are in here. That's why you see us most of the time. But Kyle's still working on things with us.
Also have a contractor.
You'll still see him in videos and all that kind of stuff, so yes. And Brian says, hey Kyle, sorry for calling you the other guy. I forget, I don't remember names, I forget mine half the time. So does Paul.
I'm in most content, and I still get called Kyle on stream sometimes, so it's okay.
Yeah, I think
I don't bother correcting it, I just say okay.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one who people kind of know. Yeah.
Well, that's because you take credit for all of Kyle and I's large amounts of work that we do.
Yes, exactly.
So Evan doesn't actually do anything in the store. It's 100% Kyle and I. He just takes all the credit.
I just look like I do the work. And that's really all that matters in life.
We are parting out
the thumbnail. It is Harry Potter and what was I saying earlier?
You were saying Hermione.
Hermione. Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. Hermione Granger. They're like buildable minifigs that are like this tall, and the legs actually bend and the arms move and stuff. It's actually very cool. Paul almost, were you gonna buy one from Target or from us?
I was gonna buy one from us, but there were 4, and so I'd have to buy 2.
Yeah. The thumbnail is a TIE Fighter. Is it still a TIE Fighter? Because I changed it. I made the mistake of initially uploading.
This is 3, correct? This is 4, correct?
Yep.
And there's nothing in these bags, correct?
Did you put it in a different thing? Did it fall on the floor? Because you're good at dropping pieces.
Oh, I'm...
The master.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Front Brick Creation says the correct set thumbnail. Kyle, if you clicked it as a notification,
no.
The notification, when I set the stream...
Wow.
Okay, just marked it as with something.
Yeah.
When I don't know why, this has been a bug with YouTube for a very long time. When we start a stream, we upload a thumbnail, like whatever thumbnail we just made for it. But when we start and schedule the stream, it doesn't always actually upload that thumbnail. It shows the confirmation of it being uploaded, but then when we actually click create stream or schedule stream or whatever the little confirmation button is, after it's created and scheduled, it then reverts to whatever thumbnail was on the assigned thing before, or like whatever the thumbnail was from the week before or whatever. And then because we scheduled that stream now, anyone that is assigned or gets a notification, that's the thumbnail that it sends. So if Paul had sent the Discord notification before I went and changed the thumbnail again, then that's probably what it was. But no, we're not parting out a TIE Fighter. We did that a couple weeks ago, or last week or something. This is Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. Front Brick Creation says, I forget my own name lots, plus I'm called by a short name, but then when I am doing important things, I have to remember to say my full name. Yeah, that is not a problem I have. That is not a problem Kyle, Paul, or I have. We have very basic names.
There have been multiple times in my life where people have assumed I've given them a false name.
What do you mean? Because Paul Smith?
Paul Robert Smith is like the most generic American white name that you can possibly have, and there's been times where people have actually thought that I was
giving them a wrong name.
Yeah,
I believe that. Finder87, welcome to the stream. United Parts, Ben, welcome to the stream. What set? Maybe you got the wrong thumbnail as well. This is the LEGO Harry Potter and Hermione Granger set, the buildable minifigs that are like cool.
Brian wants to know whether we count parts or just assume LEGO didn't mess up. We count them by the amount of sets we have. So for example, if we have 4 sets, then I count in units of 4. In theory then, that means that eventually I should pick up only 3, and that would be a signal that they're missing. It's incredibly unlikely that they'd be missing 4 of the piece. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's happened at one point in the time that we've been parting out, because we parted out a lot, but yeah, I see what David West
says. Paul Robert Smith is the default name when you load up in the US server. Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct, yes. Yeah, but yeah, our thumbnail's messed up if those of you who didn't see the thumbnail, sorry. It should be correct now, but it's all wrong. Or it was all wrong. Nick's Adventures, welcome, how are you? Nick's Adventures said, anyone ever first read Harry Potter and then accidentally
call Hermione
Hermy 1? Just figured out after watching the movie. You know, that's the thing with reading, I think. If it's like, if you haven't heard it, you could technically make up new words and think it's all correct, and then you're wrong.
Infiltrate?
Whatever.
What was the one that I didn't know?
I don't remember anymore. It
oh,
sucks
till. Till.
Oh, till, yeah. Like putting cash in a till.
I have mocked Evan.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Has it been more than has it been close to a decade?
No.
It's probably been like 5 years, 5 to 6 years. I've mocked him for not knowing the word infiltrate, among many others.
I knew the word infiltrate. It was the way it was being used that I thought was incorrect.
Sure.
Okay.
I was using it as the soldier was infiltrating the enemy base. Because I remember it was part of Unity.
Yeah, I remember too.
That's the definition of infiltrate. He didn't know what it meant, and so I've mocked him.
It's not that I didn't know what it mean. It just
Shut up. He didn't know what it means. I was mocking.
Didn't know what it means?
Yeah, I was mocking him. I've mocked him. And there are many other words that Evan does not know either that I've mocked him for.
Yeah.
None of them like infiltrate. Most of them were words that I don't expect
actually big words.
And then I didn't know what the word till meant. And other than like tilling the ground, right? I know what that means in terms of like a farm. But I've never heard the word used to describe a cash machine or cash register. And I got mocked pretty thoroughly. And yeah.
And you deserve it.
Yeah, but you still didn't know what infiltrate meant in like 10th grade.
Sure.
But then again, I feel like there's unfortunately probably a lot of 10th graders that don't know what infiltrate
But I
means,
think that was, in all fairness, a high-stress situation. We were all arguing over things.
Yes.
There was a lot going on, so I think in a little bit of fairness,
yes,
it also could have been one of those moments where I actually was like just not listening. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like where I'm thinking of, you do that a lot.
I don't know what's going on around me at any
never,
time. So.
Never. Yeah, Brick Outside the Box says, I usually assume LEGO did not make a mistake. For the most part, LEGO's very accurate. Occasionally with small parts, we'll notice like it's missing one, but yeah, if we're counting, like in this case we have 4, and I'm just basically quickly counting to 4 as I put it in my hand. And then if I end on a multiple of 4, perfect. If I don't,
make a decision.
Make a decision as to whether you're going to recount it or if you just think you counted it wrong and just let it go. Yeah. Wait, 10th grade was 6 years ago. How old are you? 10th grade might not have been 6 years ago. That was just a number.
Yeah,
10th grade
I'm not actually sure.
It also probably wasn't 10th grade. No, wait a second.
It was high school.
It was high school. What year would that have been?
Did I know Skyline at that point?
I have no clue. 10th grade. Would it have been 10th grade? Sophomore.
You had the desk in the garage, so running gear was operating.
Kyle said we wrote Unity when you were a junior. Okay, so 11th grade.
Wow.
So okay, so what would that be?
That just makes it worse.
6 or 7 years ago then? 6. How long have I been out of school? 5 years? Yeah, 6 or 7 years ago, somewhere in there.
I feel old now.
Okay, actually, what was earlier? Oh, Paul was cataloging pieces, and he swore he put these pieces in a BSX file. And
yeah.
He did. He ended up actually doing it, but it wasn't in the file I looked at and uploaded. And he was like, "Oh, we're all getting old now," or whatever you said.
I was so because like Evan was certain that I had not done something, and I was certain I had. So of course, me goes, I must have just totally like, I must be having like gotta call the doctor moment, because there was this pile of Legos, and I was certain I'd catalog this and put it in the BSX. And I almost said they're not in the BSX. They ended up being in the consolidation BSX.
Yeah, a separate BSX. So you technically did it right.
Yes.
And we were both right, actually.
Yes.
We were just both very confused. What? Okay, let's get back to some chat here, because I know that there's some chat. Yeah, I think we're a little bit late. Finder87 asked, hardest part of running a store? I don't know. I'm not going to answer that question, I think. I think we've answered it so many times, and I don't want to have to think about it and struggle right now. But do you
remember what the answer? Oh, I was going to say motivating ourselves to come in.
Oh, yeah. I think staying motivated long-term to continue growing and moving forward in a store, maybe. But I don't know that that's really the hardest part. It's one of the more challenging parts, though. Okay. Brian, well, From Creations first said, I couldn't count how many times I've read the books and seen the movies since they all came out. Okay. Brian, where did you buy these sets? And is that where you get most to part out? We bought these from Target. They were on sale, like 50% off. They were $60. They part out for $240 or something like that. So it was a really good deal. No, I wouldn't say we go to Target super often for stock. The majority of new stock is going to be Walmart, Maybe Target here and there.
I mean, we don't even buy that.
We don't buy a ton
anymore.
of new anymore. This is the last. Well, hold on. Before this, what? Before this, I bought stuff from LEGO.com. But no, I wouldn't say Target's our main place. Walmart was for a while, but the past year or so, it hasn't been a great place for good deals anymore, at least in Southern California. There's just, I don't know if there's too much of a demand here still or what, but no. For new, Target's not usually the best. Occasionally, and I think they just did it, they have like $10. You get $10 back every $50 you spend. So it's kind of like 20% off. So that's good if they have a sale, but usually Target's very close to retail, or it is retail.
Kohl's is sometimes the secret gem.
Yeah, Kohl's, specifically in store, super weird. But if you go to Kohl's in the store, I don't think people go there with the intention of buying Lego, so when you show up and there is Lego and it doesn't sell over time, then they just put it on clearance or whatever. And so that does work. But yeah. Doug, welcome to the stream. He says, hey all, have to stream on my TV, writing comments on my laptop, and I need to make some food, so will not be able to comment. Nice. I'm gonna make some food after this, I think.
What are you gonna make?
I don't know. Okay, back up to the chat that we've missed. Finder87 says, oh wait, we're not there yet. Soulflame says, indeed, I have a few sets with pieces missing, and then one set with an extra large part, completely unrelated to that set. Didn't we get a piece the other day that was not in the set?
What set did we part out?
I have no clue. But
I have that vague memory.
I feel like I remember you being like, what is this? And it didn't belong in that set. And it was like fairly recently, right? I don't know what that was. I have no clue.
Oh, I have the perfect opportunity right now. Speaking of not knowing what things are, where are the two mystery pieces? I need help.
Oh yes, Paul needs help. Well, we need help, I guess. We don't have the...
Is this on autofocus?
No, just hold it up. We'll see if it's close enough to focus. Oh, not even close. Okay. We need help finding what this piece is.
You know, it's actually, you don't need to zoom in.
You might as well post it on the Discord.
Yeah, I guess I can.
That would actually be a good
But I
idea.
don't know what this is called. I swear I have found it before. And then also, what this is called. This is not a clip. I think it's some kind of a train piece, but it was not in the train category. So if anyone knows what those are called, please let me know. I was struggling very much because they're not in any of the Technic categories. So, and they're also not in any of the train categories. At least unless I'm really blind, but.
Okay. Back to chat. Finder87 says you guys should do more vlogs on how you acquire Lego for store stock. Wouldn't be very interesting.
There's only one thing we do. Sorry, I guess technically two things. Evan does everything else. I meet up with a guy in the parking lot of the Garden Grove Police Department.
I love it.
He's super cool, but the first time it was super sketchy. He always wears like this white grubby tank top. And so the first time I met up with him, it was like super sketch, especially because he always wants cash. But he's our supplier. He's super cool. He's not sketchy at all, but it was super cool. And he gives us all the used. I don't know where he gets it, but he gets it dirt cheap. And if as much as we need, he can find. We've had times where we've purchased hundreds of pounds off of him, and then the next week he's like, "Hey, you want hundreds of pounds more?" And we no longer buy hundreds of pounds because it was costing too much money, and we couldn't actually process it that fast. But we basically, I just meet up with him, buy, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so Paul deals with the used, and he met someone. Actually, yeah, you met Josh. I've never talked to Josh in text or anything. You've 100% dealt with Josh. That's his name. Sorry, we've already mentioned that. I think. So.
No, we haven't. We were.
Oh really?
Anyway, I guess it's okay.
His name's Josh.
There's a lot of people.
You go find Josh.
Name,
we have two Joshes that supply stuff to us, actually.
But very rarely
for the second Josh. But anyway, okay, sorry, my bad. But yeah, he that's entirely Paul. Paul deals with all the used. I find the new, which is mostly like I'm scrolling through YouTube and someone had posted something, or I'm scrolling through Discord and someone has posted something, or I randomly go on Amazon and something pops up.
Do you think we can reveal that one source that we used to have that we no longer do because they hiked their prices and Josh is just cheaper? But we used to do pretty regularly.
Oh, the Goodwill?
But it was the specific.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Goodwill Blue Box. The price, for a while, it was very good. You get like, what was it, 15 pounds?
Yeah, it was 15 pounds for $50.
For $50, which was pretty good. Was it? Wait, 50?
I think so.
Something like that. Now it's like $60 for 15 pounds. And the problem we've had with that is we've pulled out over like almost 1.5 pounds per box of just non-Lego. And so because of that, we decided one, we have another source that just makes sense. And we can get a lot more. But also, they restock on Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And you can usually only buy 1, maybe 2 boxes at a time. And because the price went up and it's so hard to get and you have to be really ready to hit purchase, it's just kind of a weird mess. So we didn't buy from Goodwill Blue Box anymore, but that was an option for a while.
So.
But that'd be something where it'd be like 3 p.m. and both Paul and I would be on our computers like, okay, refresh the page. And I'd be in the office, he'd be in his room, and we'd be yelling at each other. And you'd yell like, I got one! I never got one. I got one on my phone once. I was like out shooting something.
I have also patrolled the Goodwill auction sites. There have been some pretty good deals there. So I would also very much recommend that. To be honest, it's not worth my time to go do garage sales and stuff. That time is better spent with me here in the store. But I do know that lots of people have good luck just actively going, basically, garage sale to garage sale, pulling stuff. Okay, let's see what chat is saying.
Sorry, I missed a lot.
Brian McWood says, you don't buy from eBay. No, we almost never buy from eBay.
Well, that's not true. Occasionally I'll buy from eBay. Usually with eBay, though, the deals are not as good as they potentially look. Sorry, someone needs to drop something off and I'm trying to deal with it. But usually the deals aren't as good as they look because, like, sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes you can get great stuff. We bought minifigs a couple weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago maybe. Tons and tons of minifigs. Maybe not tons, but like over 1,000 minifigs and got a great deal on it. And so there's definitely good things there, here and there, but a lot of it I think is just people who, it still doesn't make sense to get used Lego on eBay for the most part. Occasionally it does, but I would say you never want to spend more than $5 a pound on used Lego, especially if it's been sorted through. And I think a lot of the stuff on eBay has had all the figs and stuff taken out, and you don't want to spend $5 or $6 or $7 per pound. Sometimes, there's auctions and things that are good, and I definitely bid on things for sure. And occasionally I'll buy a new set here and there on eBay, but it's got to be a good deal and it has to make sense and stuff. So, but eBay is definitely not a primary source of supply for us, I guess.
Yeah, and the thing with garage sales is it requires a lot of work in terms of going, negotiating, all that kinds of stuff, when we have a reliable source who we can just meet with regularly. And also, I mean, we don't have the capability to go through hundreds of pounds a week. So buying that is basically a waste of money because the deals will always continue to show up. So,
I have a couple times purchased something on either Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor. If people post like, hey, okay, I have a question for you, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll get back to what I was just saying in a moment. Is there a reason you don't throw the bags away?
Yeah, because sometimes pieces are in them.
Okay. Interesting.
It happens kind of regularly.
Never throw the bags away and then it stays there for days. Anyway, sometimes Facebook Marketplace, I have found that there's a good deal on there. Someone will be selling their collection for significant, like super cheap. I'll go get you know, they always want cash usually, but it's a couple $100 or whatever, and then just go pick that up from them, and that's fantastic. That's usually cheaper than our guy for the most part. I would say if, not any time, but a lot of the times I see something like that, I will do that, but hasn't been a ton recently. Rarely are there new sets that are worth it. Very rarely. But yeah. Lots of chat going on. I like that people are having conversations without us.
Yes.
But also, it's hard to keep up. Brian says, I buy from a guy who has a contract to get all the Walmart store returned. It's insane how cheap.
Part numbers.
Part number 2607. Nice. Write that down. 2607 and 32072. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much, guys.
LEGO Military Mock, welcome to the stream. Got 45 people watching right now. I think
2 o'clock is way better.
Slot is a little bit better, as well as probably us definitely trying to interact with chat more. Daniel, welcome to the stream. Chrome OS Tech, welcome to the stream. I know there's a lot of people who I've probably missed now. Gerard, welcome to the stream. I think you've been here for a little while. Pierre, and anyone else who is here that we have not said hi to, I apologize.
Yes, thank you all. And just before I forget, speaking of chat interaction, Evan and I had a talk about this. You guys can object and say that it's scummy, and we won't bring it up again. But
hold on. Can I say my opinion?
Yes,
first?
yes, you can give your opinion.
I disagree, but we're gonna give it a shot.
Yes. If you guys would like, as you know, we sometimes get wings, where basically we just do a session where we just eat wings and answer questions, and basically the whole stream is just about interacting with chat directly. I don't have a graphic yet, but we've decided, at least I've decided, and Evan has decided to go along with it, to basically have a super chat goal, where when the bar fills up, we'll go ahead and buy some wings, and we'll just sit and talk. The reason why I say that is because sitting here doing this, we are adding value to the store, right? So it's okay if we don't make any revenue, well, very, very little revenue from the stream. We do make a little bit of ad revenue, but it's not a lot, right? So if basically we were able to excuse that time to make it still clockable, right? Instead of doing on the, instead of just doing nothing, it'd be way easier to justify those kinds of things. So depending on what the fan feedback is, because we don't want to be up here being like, hey, give us money, because the channel is kind of a service, right? But if you guys don't think that would be too scummy, we'll, I don't know, talk it over and try and figure out what a fair goal is, do some math in order to figure out basically what that time is worth, doing the more fan interaction things, unless you guys just don't particularly care and you're okay with this fan interaction that we're doing right now, because the viewer count seems to be quite high, but we've noticed in the past that the fan, we actually get way more views on the videos where we're doing nothing than on the videos where we're doing something, so.
Or specifically where we're able to interact.
Yeah.
Versus
videos where we have to be focused.
Something like this is kind of a mix. And what we kind of decided with the part out things is like right now, for the most part, I'm counting to 4 in my head. That's all I'm doing. So I can, for the most part, talk while I'm doing that. Occasionally I'll pause because I forget what comes after 2 or something. But for the most part, this is relatively basic. The hard part is when we get to uploading. And the uploading part is, I would say, significantly more detail-oriented than this. And that's where we have to stop talking to chat to an extent and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where we've noticed the viewer drop off significantly. So for things like this, I think the plan is, and what we're hoping for right now, is that we'll part this set out, but we won't upload this on the stream because it's very inefficient to try and talk, and it is a possibility for more errors. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing. But we've been talking about productive streams versus non-productive streams, and if it makes sense for us to be in here for 3 hours streaming every week, if they're not really productive streams that are helping to grow the business in some way. So that's been a struggle for sure.
I don't know, it may come out in a poll, a channel poll or something. $2,000 super chat goal till we get wings. Let's go, David West.
David West, yeah, $2,000 super chat goal. I'm gonna go along with the concept of that's a little too high. But
yeah.
I could be wrong.
Hey, you know, if you want to see that, then go ahead and put $2,000 in super. No, please don't.
Don't do that.
Please do not.
Don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Kyle, are you still here? You have a job now. Anyway, yeah. Welcome someone to the Discord, Myra family. I don't know if you are here in the stream and that's why you joined, but I guess a little thing, if you're part of the stream right now and you're not here in the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord. It's a pretty cool place. There's a lot of people there who, I've heard a few things. Some people say that they mute most of the channels because it's a lot of the same questions and stuff, which
is very true.
Is true, and I think that's something that we've talked about, an FAQ type thing, frequently asked questions.
I need to sit down and actually do it, but
we just exactly we need to figure out what actually are the most frequently asked questions. But yeah, that'll be something.
Jim Sanders says wing idea good.
Okay, cool. We're trying to think of something, but then we also need to figure out a little graphic with a little progress bar.
Yeah.
And figure out how
those bots work.
Yeah, exactly how it does that bit. I guess that's something we can look into. And then I feel like it has quote unquote paid for the time for us to also
and the wings, because that costs the business money.
Yeah.
Too much.
I mean, that's another thing too. Technically, that doesn't need to be a business expense.
No, but we always make it a business expense.
Yeah, it's our money anyway to an extent, so, I mean, if the business buys us lunch one day, I think that's fair.
Look at us trying to justify
spending money.
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to justify spending money.
Yeah, you're horrible at it.
But I don't make bad purchases,
actually,
correct?
Yes, that is very true.
Okay.
You are very good at spending money, not
Thank you.
very bad.
Yeah. I don't make bad purchases. I just make a lot.
There's usually no money left over at the end of the month because of all the good purchases. So
there you go. Sometimes it just.
Some of us don't have like $500 hourly rate plugging in cables at Disneyland, so.
That's not what I do. Well, sorry. That's exactly what I do, but that's not my rate. I've not worked at Disneyland in a long time, actually. Quite a few weeks. We definitely missed a lot of chat that's somewhere up there. If we missed it, you can send it again.
Daniel Pisa asks, what's the benefit of using BrickStore? I mean, for adding used parts. Like a 300, I don't know, what % increase in speed?
So with BrickStore, essentially you can build a spreadsheet quickly, and there's no loading time for you to add a thing to the spreadsheet. It's as if you were typing numbers into a spreadsheet versus you were typing one number into each web page, sort of. Let's say you were trying to input information, it would be more efficient to add everything to a spreadsheet because you can do it a lot quicker than it would be to fill it in on one page of a web page and then click next, and then fill in the next numbers, and then click next, and then fill in another number, and then click next, because it has to load each time. So if you do that, it's a little bit quicker to catalog the pieces into that spreadsheet, and then you can upload that entire spreadsheet at once, and it's a little quicker and it's faster. And in theory, it's easier. I know David West, for a long time, was still using BrickLink to upload pieces individually. And if you want to do that, that's totally, I mean, obviously. Yeah. It's not wrong if you're doing it the way you like it.
The other thing is it definitely helps with, what was I about to say? Oh, it definitely helps with workflow. We have contractors. Obviously, they cannot upload directly to the store. We're not going to, A, we're not going to give them our login. B, we will need to double check what they do. Also, we have an internal workflow. I usually don't add parts directly to the store. I just catalog. So basically, there's a BSX that can get booted over to Evan, and Evan can do it in bulk. And now what we do is we divide that BSX. I divide that BSX into consolidation. So basically, there's a big bin, which is one BSX, that is called consolidate. And anything that needs to be consolidated onto the wall goes into that BSX, so it can just be done at the end. Daniel Pisa asks, and how it works with remarks if you already have it. There is a field on the spreadsheet that is remarks. So
Daniel, yeah, if you already have the piece, There's a couple options. So first, if you add all the parts to a spreadsheet and then you upload to BrickLink, you'll get that little verification page where you can scroll through and it'll tell you, oh, you have this part, it goes in X drawer. So that's one way. Or there's a way in BrickStore you can actually, and I don't actually know how to do this, it's very basic from what I've heard. We do it a slightly different way, but you can in BrickStore actually look at, it'll compare your inventory and it'll tell you that you already have it. And then when you upload it, you already know where to put it and you can just verify that file really quickly. We do it through Brick Freedom. So if you have Brick Freedom, there's a little bar on the side that says Brick Stock Merge. You click that and then you can upload your BSX file. It'll spit back an XML file that you just open up in BrickStore, and then it has the field filled in for you, and you can just put them on the wall and then assign remarks to the pieces you haven't done yet. So that's an option. Or a lot of people don't consolidate anymore. They just have multiple pieces all over their store that are the same piece but different lots. You can do that as well, and no consolidate, and then if you just scan it into a drawer, put it on the wall, makes it very quick. That's something we're not quite doing. We've talked about it a lot, but we haven't done it yet. Lego Bricks BE, welcome to the stream. How are you? David West says, scroll up on chat, you missed a golden super chat idea. Who said it?
Good idea as long as David West. David West says, lol, can't swing the $2,000 super chat today. Banks hurting from deposit, rent, etc. startup costs.
I'm sure.
Jim Sanders says, it's a great idea as long as David is funding it. Dunder says, maybe you guys could do a super chat goal and then have a Lego set giveaway, or maybe multiples of a set to part out for another store. Like $150, $50 for a set, $30 for shipping, for wings, and then the rest to offset time.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. And then it becomes some sort of a competition, or not a competition, a
lottery kind of thing.
Yeah, you get something out of that. So yeah, that's a good idea. I wonder if that would work. Or like,
I mean, we could always just plaster the video with insert ads, so.
Should we try that?
It'd be really funny.
Hold on.
Maybe it's an April Fool's joke.
Actually.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I meant.
Should we try it?
I meant on the screen, like all the flashing stuff.
I see.
That'd be a really good April Fool's joke, though.
Yeah. David says then everyone who contributes is entered. That makes sense. I want to try something right now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure what it's gonna do. I mean, I know what it should do.
Everyone who's not YouTube Premium should get an ad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna click this button. It's new, and I apologize, but it says insert ad.
We just want to see what it's gonna do.
Let us know.
We will make like
does.
5 cents off of this, so don't worry.
No, we won't. Not even that much.
Okay.
I'm gonna click this insert ad button, and I just want to see what happens. So I'm gonna click it in like a few seconds, and then we'll probably keep talking, but you might all get an ad right now, so get ready to click skip ad. Okay. So I clicked insert ad. It said ad inserted.
Now, is that going to be on the video?
That's what I'm curious, actually. It might just put an ad here for the playback. So if you guys are still here and you're watching, we look like complete idiots, probably. But it gave me a little confirmation. It said ad inserted. That might just be for the playback. It might not actually. Oh, okay. Funburger says, yep, the ad worked. Soulflame says, I have an ad blocker. Yeah, I don't know entirely what would happen, but.
I still think we should just plaster the video with ads
I will be
everywhere.
I don't have an ad block. Okay, well, maybe it worked.
Where are you going? Oh, okay. Goodbye. I don't know what just happened, but I guess Evan's gone now. Let's see. Lego Brick BE says, what's the most expensive piece in our store? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Probably a minifig. I know there's one drawer. I don't know if I should share that. Yeah, nobody's gonna come here. There's a drawer somewhere that's like a $300 drawer and it's got like 5 figs in it. I don't know which drawer though. But somewhere on the wall. So probably a minifig in there. Kyle Graham asks if it's Thanos. Do we have? Yes, we do have a legitimate Thanos. It could be. I don't know what he's worth off the top of my head, to be totally honest. Now, we did have some light bluish gray Technic pins that were worth $2.50 each. I don't quite understand why. Daniel Pisa says, Davy Jones. Yeah, we could just go to the Jabby store and sort by price going down, but where is my laptop? I don't know where my laptop is, so. Yeah, when Evan gets back, his laptop is right over there, so. But I don't know what the most expensive piece in our store is. Plus, if it's a minifig, we mark up our figs, so.
I'm back.
They want to know what the most expensive piece in our store is.
Currently, I have no clue.
Okay.
Sorry.
It said,
look it up?
Yeah.
Okay, I can look it up. I think the most expensive thing we've sold was one of the CMF police officer guys. Oh, I know what the most expensive thing is. It's a dinosaur.
Oh!
It's like an $85 dinosaur thing. It's white. If you want it,
yeah,
it's
we
like,
got it from Assist Official, I think. Right?
I think so. That sounds right. Yeah. If you want the dinosaur, go ahead and put it in your cart, request an invoice, and say you watch the stream, and I'll give you 10% off on the dinosaur. So you can save $8.50 on that dinosaur.
Very forgiving.
Yeah.
Do you have these?
1x3s? I don't think so. I haven't had many bricks yet.
Okay. So, how do we want to do this now?
Okay, wait. So the ad did come up. Some people got an ad.
Daniel Pisa says Davy Jones.
Oh. Yes.
I completely forgot that we added that.
That would be the most expensive thing, I think.
How much is that worth?
Like $90-something, I think. 90-ish, somewhere in there. Just under 100, I think.
When did you? Wait, but it's.
No, I had the figs. I figured why have $180 worth of minifigs sitting over there when it takes me 3 minutes to put it in. So, yeah, that's the most expensive now. The dinosaur.
When are you going to add the rest of it?
The rest of that? I'm
yeah,
not sure.
Is it worth anything? The rest of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like everyone says $90 for Davy Jones. Yeah. Dinosaur 7604. Okay. Went down. Used to be like 85. Interesting. Sold a 2x2 light bluish gray turntable. Oh, yeah, those little 2x2 turntable bases for $23 were only in one specific poly bag. It was a Star Wars poly bag. I remember looking at this. I tried to buy the sets because I was like, oh, that's amazing. But that didn't happen. What did we? No, never bought that. I think maybe we had one at one point. Why is the Forest Woman like $70? I don't actually know what that is. So, how much is shipment to Europe? Europe?
Depends where you are in Europe.
Depends where you are, but let's say $17-ish. I'd say that's on average what I feel like I put into the thing. Only in the Burrow, a Star Wars poly bag, and then a helicopter set. Okay, 3 sets. Gotcha. It's in the cafe corner as well, hence why it's worth so much. So many people parting it together. I still have the cafe corner, actually. Wonder how many turntables are in that. Oh, 2 at least. Because it's used for that door, the front door on the corner that's at a 45-degree angle from the brick. That's what it is. Interesting. All right, David says leaving for real this time. Have a good one. Have fun setting up your store. Thanks for tuning in.
So what's the plan when we run out of table space here?
Carts.
Yeah, but how are we going to know that I have a piece?
We have to ask. Do you have this?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe there's like some piece, like brown bricks and things. I don't think we're going to have a ton more of. Do you have any of these Technic pieces?
No.
No.
So this is going to get crazy pretty fast.
Yeah. How many bags do you think you've done?
1.
That's it?
I think so. But I had small bags.
Small bags are sitting inside. So we have a lot more to go?
Yeah, I've got 1 bag right down here.
Oh, yeah, I got a few over here too. Like 3. Okay, well, this will be interesting. Might need to take a slight break and set up an additional table. We'll see. Maybe we can click the insert ad button. Okay, let's get back to some of the chat here. Frontbrick Creation says, most expensive piece in my store is Star Wars minifig for just under $12, 12 Australian dollars. Lego Bricks BE says, will you ever part out modular sets? Probably.
If we could get them
if we can
at
get
a good
enough
price.
Yeah, exactly. If we can get enough of them at a price that makes sense, or it's still a 3 times part out value, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't. Ben T, who I saw here for a little while, as United Bricks. I don't know if he's been back since. He was going to change his account, he said, but he parts out modulars often. He has a small little deal with like a toy distributor or a toy store nearby, and he gets the sets at like a wholesale price. So he gets probably 15 to 25% off pretty often, and he parts out the modulars and larger sets all the time. And that's partially how he has such a high volume of pieces in this store. He has like, I think 400,000 plus parts now.
Crazy.
Yeah, very crazy. We hit 255, or a little over 255, a few weeks ago.
Then we got a rash of massive orders.
Yeah, this past week we've sold well over 10,000 parts while still adding parts to our store, which is good, obviously. I'm not going to complain that we're selling, but like, dang, we were trying. I don't know that we would have hit 300,000. That's still a long ways off from where we are, but it's like we were working our way towards it, and now we are.
We can complain about anything. 12,000. Last stream we were complaining about how bad sales were.
Oh, we can.
And now we're complaining about how good sales are.
Yeah. Yeah, just give us a topic, we will find a way to complain about it. That is accurate, actually. That was smart. I don't know if you guys saw that. Paul just poured pieces off the table. T says, I look forward to this background tune every week. I was humming it all week. Which one is it? Now I need to know.
Do you want me to
What did you just
it?
pour? What did you just... Oh, okay. I feel like I had these already. Did you?
No.
No? Maybe I didn't have these yet. I do want to unmute it, actually, and figure out what this sound is. Whoops. Ah. It's going to be so quiet, we're not going to be able to hear it. Lego Bricks BE says, will you buy the Titanic? Yeah, I can't talk. Will you buy the Titanic when it comes out?
No. The Titanic.
Can't hear the music without turning it up too loud, and then you guys are going to hear all this feedback, so I don't know what song this is, but I'm happy you like it. That's cool. I need to switch it up, though, a little bit. I've used the same list of probably 20 songs now for a while. I think it's time to download some other ones and switch them up, but they have to be royalty-free, so it's a little bit of a process. It's not like I just go to YouTube.
I think we should get some hard rap in the back.
I try to go mostly instrumental, I think, but I'm not sure how successful I am at that.
Do you actually listen to them?
Not the whole song, but I'll scrub through them, yeah. Like, I'm going to make sure they're clean. If there is... Can you put this over there? If there is lyrics and stuff.
No, we will unless we can get the Titanic on sale.
Well, or if it has a good part out. Like, City Gardens... I don't think we got that on sale. We got that at retail, right when it came out, I think. No. No, you got
Diagon
Alley.
Yeah.
We got right when it came out. I got a deal on that, but Diagon Alley and City Gardens were very close to the 3 times part out at that size anyway. Titanic, I think it is already out. Or at least it's out for probably VIP members. I don't know what the part out value on the Titanic is. That's a big set, obviously. I kind of have a feeling that's going to be similar to the Coliseum, where it's so much of its basic parts that the part out value is not very high at all, even though it has, what is it, 4,500 pieces or something like that? It might be way more than that. 4.5 feet long. I'm not entirely sure how many parts it has, but yeah, I would say, I don't think that one's going to have a great part out value. Just because the way it's built, it's not fancy parts necessarily. But I could be wrong on that. Hello to Silvio, it looks like. Okay, Titanic is 9,000 parts. That makes more sense than 4,500. someone could probably look up the part at value if it's already up.
They've been coming out with massive sets.
They are. They're
recently,
trying to get the adults and try to get more
Yeah.
and more of the people who are looking for big things, I guess.
Yeah. Are you going to get the Coliseum?
Maybe. We'll see.
He was measuring. We have this like
We have a
weird
coffee
table
table,
thing,
yeah.
but it has big drawers in it and a glass top. And he was measuring whether or not he could take the drawers out in order to build a frame for the Coliseum.
Coliseum, yeah.
I still got to figure out where Hogwarts is going to go.
Once it moves from there.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could build a cool corner shelf that maybe goes on those 2 walls, a little bit above the drawers. That would be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough room.
Might not be tall enough, actually, yeah. Actually, that'd be pretty cool, like a corner thing that's like a triangle, because that is a triangle when you put together, right? Sorta? Or no?
Yeah.
It's a weird shape. Cynthia, welcome to the stream. How are you? I don't know. I feel like it's not tall enough. We have a tape measure. Let me measure. Because then it could kind of be supported a little bit by the drawers. Sorry to cross the camera.
The Coliseum is a great set, as I've said in the past. I have it up on my channel, and it works well in the corner of my living room. Fantastic. Silvio says, I have around 16, I assume that's supposed to be 160,000 parts in my stock, but no shop open yet.
Are you the one that's put a comment there? I think you are, Silvio. You commented and said, I have a lot of pieces but no store yet. Anyone interested in buying? And I never reached out, but my intention was, yeah, you should send us an email and see if we are interested, because we might be. It might fit in the corner here, which would be kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see.
But I kind of want to put it on display in there. We need something for that black thing right by the door, though, too.
I don't think I need the Lego.
No, but it'd be nice. We can get mocked for being children.
Yep.
Ooh, we should build one of the troll sets and put it there.
Yeah, we should go get all of the junior sets, like the little four-year-old ones.
Yeah, and put them there.
And just put them all over the house.
Silvio asks, do you need some special parts? I mean, we don't really keep a list of what parts we want, but if you wanted to send us a BSX or an inventory, we'd look through it and see if there's anything we're interested in. Yeah. So here you go. Here we go. Spending more money, Evan. Potentially. Silvio says he can only send us pics. Yeah, go ahead and send us an email with some pictures of.
If you're looking to sell.
Yeah, if you're looking to sell.
Like if you want to open a store, don't let us buy your store.
Yeah.
You should.
Although
you should open a store.
Are you located in America?
Oh yeah.
Because 160,000 parts. If we were to buy you out, that'd be very pricey shipping. So.
I'm also assuming it's all processed and uploaded to something or something, as opposed to like 160,000 parts worth of new sets or something.
Yeah.
Because then the price would be a little different if there's labor not in, like.
Yeah.
Had you not done the labor that we would need to do, then it'd be almost like buying raw materials to.
He says no in Germany.
Germany.
Well, that probably decreases the chance, but we'd still be interested in taking a look. If he's got really good stuff, then obviously we can talk. And also, like, how much, or what you've done with it and to what degree it's sorted, also is an important factor as well.
Yeah. All right, what is everyone doing right now? I know a lot of people, or I know what David was, I don't know what a lot of people are doing, but I know what a few people were doing. What are you guys all doing now? Because we mentioned, or I think we determined last week that most people do not sit and watch the stream.
Correct.
They're constantly doing something else while the stream's on in the background or on the side. So what is everyone else doing right now? Just curious.
I'm parting out a set.
I am as well.
Wow.
We happen to be parting out the same set too.
Oh, that's
even more of a coincidence.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Kyle says he's working on code and sitting.
Nice. Not standing. You don't have a standing desk, Kyle. Why not? You should get one. I think I knew you did. I knew you didn't have one, but you should get one. I want one, but
Jim is.
You know what?
You know, I wanted to get I saw one for sale, but it was like too much.
I might do that.
Like a desk treadmill, standing desk treadmill.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
How
much?
And it's
was
like a little soft, so you don't bob.
Really?
Yeah, but
interesting.
It was like $350, which isn't like.
I feel like that's actually very affordable for a treadmill with the.
When my parents get back, I'm gonna convince them that they need to go to the gym, and if they're gonna go to the gym, they might as well also
pay for your gym membership.
So,
there you go. See, I'm missing one of these pieces, I think. I want a standing desk, but I don't want it to only be standing. I'd want to do one of the adjustable ones. Maybe I'll buy one of those kits, though, and I'll turn the desk I have now into one of the ones that can go up and down.
What?
That would be very cool, actually.
Someone had a desk that changed height. It wasn't you, right? You didn't have like a
I have never had, no. No, but that's what I mean by I want a standing desk. I would not get a standing only desk. I think that'd be difficult.
Your cord management is going to be a bit more complex.
That's where I was trying to figure out. I only have Ethernet and power, and the power surge protector, currently it's sitting on the floor, but it will be mounted like it used to be on the bottom of the desk.
There's a lot of stuff that we still need to just.
There's so much stuff I just need to finish up that I'm like, whatever, I'll do it later. Whoa, almost died. Yeah, no. See, Kyle says my monitors are way too big. There's a lot of weight on my desk, and it's half-inch plywood times 2, times 7 feet by 30 inches. So it's a lot of weight. That would be the concern.
What about like the kind of desk that I have? It's plastic. But I bet you could probably still find some kind of a way to.
The problem with the manufactured desks is most of them are not deep enough. So because I have the 3 monitors, it makes it.
What about
if the monitors are too close to you?
What about sitting at my desk?
It's too close.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, totally. I don't like the monitors in my face. I want it back so I can, look. Nancy said, "Of course we can pay for your gym membership. You're our favorite son."
I'm gonna owe something for that.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Like, this table is 30 inches deep, which is fine when the monitor's all the way pushed back, but most of the manufactured ones are, specifically most of the manufactured ones from IKEA, are 24 inches deep, or 23 and 7/8, or some weird measurement that IKEA has.
You could just build a desk.
What?
You could build a desk.
Well, that's exactly what I did. That's why it's like that. It's 7 feet wide, which is a weird measurement, by 30 inches, because it's deep enough where the monitors are far enough away from my face, and wide enough for the 3 monitors. Initially with speakers on the desk. Now there's no speakers, so there is a little bit of room, but yeah. Kyle helped build it as well. Kyle wants credit. Kyle was there, yes. Kyle helped build it as well.
This was the one
that was
in
our
the garage,
desk.
right?
Yeah, that was our running gear office desk type thing. Initially.
I think maybe Running Gear should start helping out with the rent. They have a lot of stuff at our property.
Do we?
I think so, yeah.
No, actually.
I think maybe you should start paying per square foot of camera gear in living room. Although it's actually not in there.
There's
no
barely
longer
anything
a
in
problem.
there.
Yeah, it used to be that there would be sometimes
No,
a lot
because
of
Kyle and I finally cleaned out
storage.
So there's a place for everything now, so it doesn't need to sit in the living room. And it really didn't. Occasionally it would because I didn't want to go drop it off, and it would sit there for a few days. But also half of that wasn't running gear, half of that was just me. So, which I'm already paying rent. So there you go.
Kyle says, you know, Paul, you have a lot of stuff at our storage unit. That is very true.
Okay.
I think it probably evens out.
Yes, definitely evens out. Yeah, you have the majority of the upper loft space. Yeah, that is where BrickLink stuff
My
is.
parents have the majority of the upper loft space. It's those chairs. The rest of the stuff, I don't think there's actually very much.
It was relatively well consolidated, but the chairs, what, 3 chairs or something? Yeah, they are squished into, or not. They're in the majority of that space.
Yeah. Speaking of parents, if you're watching still, are you gonna want those chairs in the studio? Can they leave storage? What else is going on?
Yeah, we've missed a lot.
Goodbye, Lego Brick BE. Brick Outside the Box says I'm away from home, visiting my mother. She separated out 4 sets for me. Love my mom.
Nice.
T. Haynes says he went to a standing desk 2 weeks ago. It's dreamy.
Did you go to an adjustable or a permanent?
I want to convert my desk to a standing desk as well. But like, oh, this is going to be so much work. Especially because it's...
If it's permanent standing, it's not.
No, but I would,
yeah,
unless I'm going to get...
Well, if you buy the kit, you actually just change the legs. Actually, for yours, not Home Depot, IKEA sells the standing things. They have crank ones or they have the electric ones, and the crank ones are relatively cheap because they just sell the legs.
Yeah. And
you already have the IKEA top. So for you, it's probably like 90 bucks.
That's probably not a... Kyle says finish my tank first. Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it's probably like 90 bucks, and it's not really. I wouldn't say that's a project actually.
Yeah.
Because it's all
like
a thing.
Day.
Yeah. No, that's like in 2 hours.
Maybe. Yeah, it's IKEA. True.
Like it's actually like it's literally just putting different legs on your desk, your current desk. So, okay, I'm missing one of these, but I bet you I counted on.
Maybe Banana wouldn't be able to jump
Your mom
up
said
on
yes
it
before they get home, but after you paint. Good idea. T says permanent standing, but I have a stool. Gotcha. Kyle says cables are still the issue there with the standing, like the adjustable. Yeah, for me, the cables, because it's only power and Ethernet, I think it would be fine. Because the server is mounted underneath the desk, so that's attached. The speaker wire, speaker cable, the XLRs to the speaker maybe, they might just need a little slack on the ends. Or well, no, there's probably enough slack actually. But I just have the Ethernet and power, so I feel like that would be okay. What do you have that connects from your desk to something else? Oh,
I have
tower.
Two
Is your tower on your desk?
Yes, I have two linked surge protectors that are all full. So I've got a ton of stuff.
How do you have that much stuff?
Let's see, what do I have? I've got the big monitor.
Okay.
I've got
or
the
how
PS4.
Many plugs do you have on your surge protector? Like 6? Is it a smaller one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just get one big one.
Well, I've got PS4, borrowing PS5, desktop.
You have a PS5 right now?
I don't own it.
But you have.
I'm borrowing it from a person, yes, but I do have one. You interrupted me.
2x4s?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless oh no, I have 2x3s.
Okay.
You interrupted me. Desktop, monitor, PS4, PS5, air smellerizer, Alexa, pencil sharpener, Aussie's tank.
Oh, it's all right there.
Yeah, there's only one outlet in my room. Sorry, there's two. There's 2 outlets in my room.
No, there's 3.
Oh, right. There's Banana's outlet. And then there's the one behind the bed. And
but the outlet has 2 plugs, so one could go to, like, would you have both sides of the desk or only the side that has the monitor on it? I mean, they have to be separate stands.
My work extends.
Well, yeah, you technically have 2 desks butted together.
By laying everything out, and so when I'm trying to do something, I take up both parts of my desk, because I have 2 like full-length desks next to each other, and the other one is just for laying out index cards.
Sometimes that works. Nick's Adventure says, Evan, when will the day... We talked about this.
What?
Hold on. Nick's Adventures. Are you Nicholas that comes in? Yeah, I think you are. But yeah, last time I talked, you said you're a Mac-only person. Why would I...
Windows 11. It's basically Mac at this point.
Why would
but you can even run Android apps on it.
Okay, there you go. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought so last week, or last stream, maybe 2 streams ago, when you mentioned something. Specifically, you mentioned you were doing Halloween lighting setup stuff. And I didn't want to say anything, but I was pretty confident it was you. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know why you keep asking, but it'll never change. I mean, maybe eventually, but I doubt it. Mac
don't worry,
just works.
I don't use Mac. I like to be able to afford things.
I can afford things.
Because you plug things in at Disneyland for $500 an hour.
There you go. I just like that it just works.
That was probably very loud.
I'm also not a person who like I totally get it if I wanted to build a machine, why you go with and if I was a gamer, totally understand why I would probably go with Windows. Like there's a lot of things that make sense, but for what I do, I just do video work, creative thing. Like Mac is perfect. It works fine. I don't need to run EXEs. I will admit when I was younger, it was a little frustrating you couldn't run an EXE. But now I have no use for it. It does everything I need it to and more. And
it still can't run EXEs?
You can download something to make it run an EXE.
Oh, okay.
But no, by default it does not run an EXE. But I have no reason to switch from Apple. I like the entire Apple ecosystem. I've talked about this many times. The entire house has smart things that work.
Yeah, and none of it works with my stuff.
What do you mean none of it? The only thing that doesn't work is the dimmer in the living room, which is iffy either way right now. That was just a bad dimmer purchase.
I can no longer use the light switch in my room. It rejects my phone.
But that is not my fault.
I think it's your fault. No, all of them reject it. I don't have any control over any light switch in the house.
Really?
Correct. On Alexa or my phone. Yeah.
Interesting.
So they all reject me now.
David says, is the BrickStore down button thing being discussed? It's not. And again, I don't know why ours, because it's Paul and me. The little down arrow, when you're selected in a field and you click the down arrow, it does not go down. For Paul or I. Paul uses Windows, I use Mac. The computer in here is a Mac. It just doesn't work for us. We both updated all the way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Ben from Ben T, he was using it the other week and he said it works fine for him, and he was using a Mac and he could do the down arrow thing. So apparently it's our network. And BrickStore, remember how we currently scan and the barcode ends with enter to close the field?
Yeah.
If we scanned and hit the down arrow key instead of enter, or scan and it ends with the down arrow key, other people, when you click the down arrow as it's typing or when it's still selected in the field, it automatically jumps to the next one as if it clicked enter in a spreadsheet, and it would jump to the next field. But for us, it didn't work on your laptop, it didn't work on there.
Interesting.
But it would be much nicer. Not that it's a huge pain to click the down arrow key after you scan it, but yeah, that's what we weren't talking about that, David, but sure.
David says that's the barrier. Once the down button works, you'll break the barrier and hit the warehouse.
That's it. Once we figure that problem out. It really actually doesn't make any sense, but I'm sure eventually we'll figure it out. Funbury Creation says, I'm also in the Apple ecosystem. I do, though, have a PC so I can play games and do all the good Home, Nest, and Smart Lights. Or do have Google Home, Nest, and Smart Lights. Yeah, the thing with Apple is, like, if you want something that works with Apple, it's going to be more expensive, which sucks. But I don't know. I like, though, that I can just, you know, all my stuff works. It's pretty nice.
My stuff never works.
Maybe we just proved a small point.
Yeah, but it works on everybody else's Windows PCs, so. I was having this issue in a game. If I was playing single, so how it works is.
Really quickly, I want to say that I'm not saying Windows is bad. I don't.
You're saying
like
Windows
it,
is terrible.
I dislike Windows, but for many people it works, and I totally get it.
Well,
yeah, that's it.
Speaking of problems that nobody else on this planet has, the frame skip.
Oh, yeah. I
was explaining that. So
no one knows.
One of my friends is a computer science major. He doesn't know what could possibly. I don't even like. How did I fix it? Because I'm worried that
you unplugged the Ethernet.
No. There was a way that I was able to permanently fix the problem.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I had to edit a registry key in order to do it, and it was very scary because I was not following a guide. I don't remember how I figured out what it was, but also I don't know if I would call Windows full of bloatware. It's full of bloatware when you buy a PC from someone else. If you just install it yourself, I don't have any, bloatware that I have not installed.
Right. I think that's yeah. I would agree with that. That if you are someone who's not necessarily looking. Oh, you know what? Stop. Everyone stopped the discussion. David says there's only one answer. It's all better than a Chromebook. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna say Chromebook was the best solution out there.
Well, once the cloud computing reaches a certain level, that's how it's all going to be. So
yeah, I mean, actually, Apple now, and I'm sure Windows has the same thing. I'm sure with OneDrive, is it OneDrive? Is that what it's called?
Where it's all like synced cloud storage. Yeah.
No, that's Windows or
OneDrive,
Microsoft's thing,
that's
though, right?
OneDrive,
yeah, OneDrive. So. Apple has you can sync everything with iCloud, and as long as you're on a network that makes sense and you're not opening crazy big files, that's not a lot. Some of my stuff is synced with, it's on iCloud, so I can access it on this computer. I can look at it on my phone. I can look at it anywhere I log into iCloud, or so that is my. I love that. Not that the other things don't have that though, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with Mac. What's I think Nicholas started this discussion.
Yeah. Then left.
And then left and didn't finish the discussion. Anyway, I'm not switching from Windows. I'm not switching
from
Mac to Windows.
How bloatware is something that pops up all the time and annoys you or slows down your PC. OneDrive is just another drive on either a file is associated with OneDrive or it's not. I've never had to go into a OneDrive menu of any kind. I've never received OneDrive pop-ups before.
Have you ever installed the ask.com toolbar?
No, but I've never received a OneDrive pop-up, and
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The ask.com toolbar that would install on in Internet Explorer years ago when I was in middle school elementary school when I was using Windows. But if something popped up, I was trying to play a game or whatever, and it looked like this was the download button, and you'd click it, but it was an ad. And I'd get that the Ask toolbar, and it would always show up on your Internet Explorer. And my dad would constantly be mad at me because I was downloading things all the time. It's a little bit harder to do that with a Mac. Not that you can't do it though; it's still definitely possible. But
you used to believe
Java used to install the toolbar.
You used to be so convinced that Macs could not get viruses. For many years,
I was for a little while.
You were absolutely convinced that Macs could not be infected with computer viruses.
Yeah. Which is not the case. I think a lot of people still think that. It's just that there's less out there. But it's still definitely possible.
Sylvia wants to know where our email address is for pictures. It is just a brickinthebucket@gmail.com. So just our brand name.
I think you're asking mail address, not email. You are asking email. Email, yeah. Just a brickinthebucket@gmail.com. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, NT Lite is another good one.
There you go.
But as far as your OneDrive thing, I've never received a OneDrive pop-up. To be honest, I didn't actually know that OneDrive had a UI. For me, it's just either there's a check mark next to a file or there's not a check mark next to a file. And if there's a check mark next to it, then it'll be located in it'll follow the same path regardless of what drive I'm on. If I'm on my laptop, I can type in the same path to find that file as I could on my on my PC.
And the initial pathway is just /OneDrive or something, or whatever.
No, it'll just park it on the same spot. I don't have it enabled
Oh, you
on
just have
other
it
drives.
synced as with
All I
OneDrive.
have is my C drive synced with it. And then like my documents folder and stuff, but the documents folder is just, yeah, Skype is bloatware. But I don't have Skype on my PC.
I haven't used Skype in so long.
Yeah,
We should go back
I know
to
why
Skype.
I don't have Skype. That was part of. Okay, I will agree on one point about the Windows bloatware. I remember what the solution was to the frame skip. First, a little bit of context. There was a problem on my PC that lasted like 3 years, and completely new hardware, completely fresh OS install. It baffles me. I gutted the motherboard, CPU, GPU, and memory at different times in order to try and figure out what the problem was. For a while, I was convinced that someone had like rootkitted it somehow. But I would receive a frame skip every 8 seconds for 3 seconds.
Was it that long?
It was 1, 2, 3. Because remember, it was a pattern. It was the same
wasn't every
pattern.
8 seconds, though. It wasn't that common.
Yeah, it was. Because remember, we'd do the menu. We'd wait for the Millennium Falcon to pass by.
Was it 8 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, specifically, we were trying to play LEGO Star Wars.
But it happened with tons of other games, too.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
I
it
did
was
not
not
know
just
that.
LEGO Star Wars.
So was it just games? What if you were like watching a video?
No, but that doesn't...
What if you were editing was it your... No.
I don't edit enough videos to know whether... but anyway, the problem is that I could not figure out the problem was. However, for some reason, unplugging the Ethernet seemed to work. It did not matter whether or not there was internet going through that Ethernet or not, just whether or not a physical Ethernet cable was plugged into the computer. It was absolutely baffling. So obviously the first assumption is it's a driver problem. It was not a driver problem. The next assumption is that there is something sending an inordinate amount of data over the Ethernet that is like locking up the PC somehow. Oh, by the way, this would happen on offline games. And if I hard disabled my internet by disabling all the drivers through Device Manager, if there was a cable plugged in, it would still happen. That's what made me think that maybe I'd been rootkitted.
What is that?
It's where someone installs a virus on the OS level so that even if you disable things,
it's still there.
It's still there.
But
but those are incredibly rare is the thing. What?
You would have had to download something to do that.
Yes.
And run it.
Yes.
In which case you would probably see that this is weird, right?
That depends how intelligently. I engage in a lot of questionable game download practices because I don't like paying money. So
no one heard that.
No. At least I did when I was younger. But the very strange thing about it was I could not figure out what the problem was. I thought maybe it was Steam overlay, Origin overlay. I went to my dad, who knows like everything about computers. He had no idea. I went to many people, asked on Reddit. Nobody else could reproduce the problem. Finally, I found a YouTube video proving that I was not just crazy. Someone else was experiencing the exact same problem, but they couldn't fix it. Then I found like other people that had had the same problem. No one had ever figured out a solution. The only solution seemed to be stop using the PC and buy a completely fresh one, and don't import any data.
Because apparently it was stuck in the case, too.
Yeah, so I was not going to do that. I determined I was going to solve this. So I set up a second monitor and opened up a bunch of like system resource watching things, and I just sat there watching. Sylvia says, is it possible to get in contact on WhatsApp? We don't have WhatsApp, but if you contact us on Discord,
yeah, download Discord.
we can figure out something. Anyway, so I set up a second monitor to watch all of the readouts of what processes were using data on my system. And finally, I was able to narrow it down to, okay, he's on Discord. Okay, then just join our server, ping me, and after the stream, I'll reach out to you and we can set up a time. It probably won't be today, though, but yeah, we can get into contact then. I believe I'm at Paul in there. So anyway, Could not figure out the problem was. Finally, I identified it as SVC host, which is basically just a blanket device thing. It just means that it is a device that is using some kind of wireless. Doesn't really help. So then, I forget how, but eventually I discovered that it was the game bar utility for Windows, which I had already disabled, which kind of confused me because it was disabled. So then I realized that Windows, even when it's disabled, runs the back-end process for it because it's linked to a registry. So basically, I had to go into my registry and forcibly remove the permissions for the system to run it. So even the OS did not have permission or the path to actually execute the file, and that fixed it. And the problem never came back. And I'm really hoping that the fix still works on Windows 11 when I upgrade.
Oh, you haven't updated your desktop yet?
Not yet. No, I'm gonna do a fresh install, delete everything, and start over. So I'm cataloging every file on my PC. And I found lots of gems. I found all the Disneyland servers, all the various versions.
Oh, really?
And guess what? They have mod lists.
Nice.
So we could go on a nostalgia trip.
You have these yet? The upward-facing ones? I don't think so.
No. Why do you recommend against Windows 11? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to clean my computer. So it's either I'm just going to be upgrading to Windows 11, or I'm just going to be reinstalling Windows 10. So it doesn't really, no reason not to just update.
Well, it's free now, right?
Yeah. Kyle says it's currently running at a 15 to 20% decrease in performance. I'd heard some stuff about that, but I thought that that had to do with a specific disable thing. Soulflame says you can disable those things with NT Lite. That was not my experience. I tried many softwares like that. So, you know, I essentially had to de-address it because it wasn't game bar running. It was the back-end resources for game bar checking the auth server, the Microsoft auth server, basically asking, is this a legitimate user? Are they still online? Is this a legitimate user? Are they still online? And I needed to block that traffic. And that's a lot more complicated than just killing an executable. So, Kyle says it's older Intel. Well, I have an i9-99, so I'm probably fine.
2x2 plates?
No. Brickbrider says it was a resource conflict, possibly, but I had tried a fresh OS install, completely wiping the entire PC, and it still happened. So I don't actually, it still baffles me because there's a fresh OS on staged new hardware. Like, by the time I found the solution, none of the hardware that was in the PC when I found the problem was still in the PC. I didn't change it all at once. It was over the course of several years. I don't understand, but Kyle says, do you have a recent TPM motherboard? Yes, I do. I do not know my motherboard off the top of my head because it's a motherboard, but yes, it is. It was made within the last.
Is that not a thing people know?
2 years. I'm sure some people do, but. NT Lite isn't about killing an exe. It allows you to remove components of Windows completely, make an install ISO to strip down OS. Huh, interesting. Brickbiter says, was the motherboard set to let the OS handle the resources?
That's what Mobo is?
Yeah.
Oh. I've seen it used and I had no clue what it was.
To be totally honest, I'm not sure.
See, all we needed to do was come to our viewers and say, hi, we have this problem, or you have this problem, and it's not working, and we might have had a solution. Or many attempts at a solution.
Sylvia says, have fun sorting pieces. I'm ready. Let's talk tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Maybe, I don't know, we'll have to see. Sunday is my day off. But we can probably figure, yes, we can talk. But I'll be in contact after the stream.
If it's for double-sided cards, QR code to my store on the back of the card, probably not. I think the likelihood of someone, here's my opinion with the QR code on the back. I think it's worth having a second side of a business card. Yes, no, yes, somewhere. I think it's worth having two sides to the business card, but I don't think that a QR code, maybe I'm wrong here. I'm not a huge fan of QR codes. Sometimes they're convenient, but I think for the most part, if someone has the business card, and then you're, I guess maybe it depends a little bit as to how recognizable your brand is, but I would say the likelihood of someone having a business card and it says your name on it and everything, you know, are they gonna scan a QR code on their phone, which brings it to your BrickLink store, and then are they gonna make a purchase on their phone or something? Because for the most part, QR codes, obviously you could send it to a computer or whatever, you could send that link, but I don't think that having a QR code, scan on your phone, go to your BrickLink, that's a different head. That's Hermione, or whatever.
I know, but it's
Hermi 1.
That's scary.
Anyway, I don't think a QR code from that perspective is going to be great just because it's not convenient to purchase on your phone at BrickLink. But I would say have a second side of the business card. In my opinion, that ups the quality a lot, especially since now you're not cramming so much stuff in the front or the back. You know, you're not trying to cram everything in. We have a very simple, I know you can't see, this is probably tiny on the screen, but the front of our business card just has our logo, and then it says BrickLink, YouTube, Brick Owl. That's the front. And in theory, you know, this is usually what faces up if they were to open the box from the top and it's convenient or whatever. On the back, it has a little thank you message, and then if there's a problem, let us know, and then it has the order number and tax buy. And this is still a lot of information on a business card, but it's on two different sides. You know, we don't have a QR code because I think you can type in on Google or something just a brick in the bucket, and we pop up at the top. Depending what your name is, that may not be the same, but I would personally say probably a QR code is not going to be as useful as one might think. But maybe I'm wrong on that.
I think I have an almost identical bag as you.
I think the insides of these guys are identical, and then the outers is the only thing that's changed. And that's why half these bags are the same. Totally up to you, obviously, though, Dunder Mifflin. But I like the two sides, though. One side that's simple, and then another side that actually has a message. But whatever you want. I don't know. I'm not a huge QR code person, though. Sometimes it's convenient. Like if you're at a restaurant and you have to see the menu now because they don't want to print out a menu, you just leave this one over there with you because there's going to be more probably. And my thing's full. But I don't know. Kyle, so you said it was 3 cents more, or 3.2 cents more per card. So if you were going to order business cards and you were going to order 1,000 of them, it would cost you $30 more? Is that right? Yeah. It costs you $32 more for 1,000. That's just, I don't know how many you're going to order, but. Yeah, I like the front and the back, but that is $32 more, which is kind of a lot. I guess you could do the back. I know for us, we had the option, like you could do the front in color and then the back in black and white. And ours is in color on the back, although we only have one color, it's just the blue. But I think the blue is nicer than black. Oh, okay. I was gonna take the cup. I don't know. We probably pay too much for a business card. Last time I bought them, they had some deal. It would be $18 more per 1,000. They get cheaper the more you get. I typically get 500 though. Okay. So I use Vistaprint. I don't like Vistaprint anymore. I don't know why. It's like I'm not sure. Also,
do we still have any of the old Crystal Entertainment business cards?
Probably somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah.
That should be a giveaway.
All right, take care, Silvio.
Thank you for stopping by. Look forward to chatting.
I think you're leaving. It's what it sounds like, your message. Thundermouth from Brickco says they're pretty close to where you live. Vistaprint? Are they? I don't know. What I did for a little while, anytime like running gear or anything needed a business card, is you can always find someone that's giving you some crazy deal on your first 500 business cards. And running gear, we never used a ton of business cards. We use a lot more here. We've given out, probably close to, actually very close to 2,000 now. But it's also not really a business card, it's more of a thank you card. But yeah, initially we use overnight prints.
Yep, that sounds right.
That sounds right, yeah. Overnight prints is what we use. And the first time I got a deal, and then the second time I got an email that said reorder and get like 50% off. So I ordered 2,500 business cards, and then when they shipped it and stuff, they only shipped 1,000, and they charged me the price for what I thought 2,500 was, but it was actually the price for 1,000. Anyway, it was like some stupid billing thing, and then they said essentially, no, we can't give you that deal. It was very dumb. I still got a deal, but they didn't want to give me the deal on 2,500. They only wanted, I don't have this. They only wanted to give me a deal for 1,000, so they capped us out, but it was still cheaper or whatever. But overnight prints is what we use, and it's just because I used it once and it was okay, and the quality's fine. We pay more for the rounded corners, but they're kind of friendly. I don't know.
Branding is important.
Yeah, but yeah, we probably spend way too much for business cards. But yeah. David says, I need to get business cards with retail coming. Still using printed cards for your order thank yous. That's what we used for a long time until, I don't know, probably summer of last year when we actually rebranded. There's no logo up there anymore. That's a long time ago. But when we got the new logo and stuff last summer, I think is when we actually got cards that went in orders. Before that, it was just a little sheet of paper that was printed out, and we could fit like 5 per page, and you just said thanks. But this is a little bit nicer. Oh, actually, no, we had older business cards too. That didn't have an order number or anything, just a thank you message. These are version 2 now, I think. I don't know where I ordered those other ones from, but that was, again, one of those, like, first 500 is like $10 or something. Break Outside the Box says, I do not pay for business cards. Seems like a waste when most people throw them away. I can kind of see that.
Yes, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, do what you want, but in
I'm
my
not going to argue
opinion,
that. Most people do
part
throw
of
it away.
the yeah. It's part
Yeah.
of the experience, though.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like more of a premium product, and I don't know. I think that it's part of a branding as a whole, and I think that the Just a Brick in the Bucket brand, the amount of resources we've put into building the Just a Brick in the Bucket brand has definitely paid off. Would you agree?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Probably.
Well, we know that the YouTube channel helps a great deal.
Yeah,
and
YouTube helps for sure.
People come to us trying to sell their stuff.
Yeah, that has helped a lot for sure.
And lots of other stuff like that where we get asked to go on, not podcasts, but talks and stuff. And that probably helps bring some business or notoriety. So,
yeah.
In my opinion, branding is worth it.
And like David, I think, and we haven't decided if we're ever going to do retail. I think it's probably a thought, but I don't know. We haven't really talked truly about is retail worth it. But I think you will have an interesting challenge, probably fun challenge actually too, of getting the word out in the community because you need foot traffic. I mean, you don't need it, I guess, depending how you set everything up. But the foot traffic will be another challenge, I think, which will be interesting. But who knows what that'll be. So you'll have that kind of fun because I think the internet, I was about to say the internet fad, which I don't know why that was going to come out, but the internet concept of selling things I think is a little different because you have the whole market available on your computer versus, that's not good. versus in your community wherever you're selling that. I do not think I have those. No. In your community, but a little bit harder, I think, to get people into your store. But that'll be fun and interesting for you. That's our concern with retail, is that we'd be spending more money on the retail portion of it than it would make or have people come in and buy stuff or something. So, Doug said all sorts of things to listen to. I was sorting packages to get ready for some videos tomorrow and started a load of laundry. I have to get some art assets done.
I think you have
myself.
these over there.
Yeah. Kyle says he used to work for the Vista printers, all located in SoCal, mostly. BrickBiter says, I give out pins with my logo and website printed around the edges. Cards get lost easier. So that's something I've thought about, BrickBiters, is the, not necessarily like a pin or something. I mean, that's cool, but the stickers and stuff. A lot of people want to give out stickers and stuff, but stickers cost more than a business card. And a business card, for the most part, does get thrown away. Now, for us, we use the business card as part of our picking process to keep things organized. We have the actual order number written on the card, as well as maybe a letter or something that signifies what order is what.
You've got a problem?
What? I have a few more.
We do not have enough, though.
Oh, that sucks. I feel like we have more sitting somewhere that aren't being used.
We might have to go to, obviously not today. We'll probably just stop, but we're gonna have to go get more.
What was I saying? Oh, the stickers. I order for my fish tank from a place called Algae Barn, and I have a reoccurring order where it ships me like things every 2 weeks or something. And they always put a sticker inside the package and a Swedish fish. And obviously
I've
fish
seen
is
those
consumable.
Sitting around so many times, and I have thought about stealing them, but I figured that
take it.
You knew.
No, for real. Take it.
Okay.
I don't probably want it if I didn't eat it, but the sticker over time has gotten annoying. And I know that the sticker, I mean, they probably order it in 10,000, like a batch of 10,000 or maybe more. And they're doing many more orders than we're doing and a lot more money and stuff. But to me, giving something like a sticker away, for the first order, it's okay. For someone who buys from us and it's the first time they bought from us and they have a sticker, cool. Maybe they'll use it, maybe it'll sit on their desk, maybe they'll throw it away. But we have a lot of people, and about 20 to 25%, I do have those, of the people who buy from our store again. So if they're buying from the store again, I don't, having received many orders from Algae Barn, they give me a sticker every order. I don't want 40 stickers of the same sticker. So in that sense, like I've almost emailed them and said, don't send me a sticker, but obviously that's never gonna get down to the shipping warehouse where they're not gonna put a sticker in, it's just what they do. But I don't want the stickers, and I do throw the stickers away, and I feel bad because I'm wasting this company's money. So I don't wanna give a sticker that costs us more than a business card and doesn't actually benefit us in any way. It hasn't helped us to pack the order or whatever it is. Or, for example, BrickBiters sends the pins, which is cool. And change the color every year. There you go, collectible, tradable. That's cool, that's something that's different. And if we ever come, where it makes more sense to put a pin or something that's exciting and in a box, who knows? Something I want to do at some point, and I don't know how or at what point we can get to that scale, but Bulk Reef Supply is another fish tank company. They supply a lot of equipment and stuff, and food and all that kind of stuff. And they're very large, but what they were doing for like a week is every day for the week they were giving away not merch, like t-shirts and stuff, but like products. And I think what would be cool is maybe one day, if we're ever big enough where it makes sense, we go buy $1,000 worth of Lego sets. And we're gonna put, not big sets, probably smaller sets, $25, $30 sets, and go get a ton of different ones. And during this week, every single day, we're gonna put 5 sets in 5 random boxes if you placed an order in our store or something. And it totally worked for them because they now were incentivizing people to purchase, and they're getting hundreds of orders a day and stuff. They have a massive warehouse. They fill up a whole box, they're a big company, but if we could get to a point, we're never gonna be that big, but something like that where it makes sense for us to give away Lego sets to incentivize people to buy from us just for a week, just to say thank you to the people who are continuing to buy from us. Mm-hmm. That'd be very cool. And I've thought about things like that, but I don't think a sticker or something that's going to cost us a lot over time. This is all back to the business card / sticker thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense to spend that kind of money, even though it is cool that the customer could receive a sticker. But I know that after receiving stickers, and I love stickers, I'm just going to throw it away. And the business card, if they throw it away, that's fine, but it costs us 1 cent or 1.5 cents or whatever to print that business card, and we do use it. And if we didn't have a business card, we would use some other piece of paper.
I wonder how much candied logo, because people seem to put the candy in. I wonder how much an edible business card costs.
An edible business card?
Like candy, sorry, not a business card, but candy in the shape of our bucket. Because we have the bucket, right? Like the bucket with the shovel.
Yeah, yeah.
And throw that in.
Interesting. I don't know. Something I'd like to do, and I love the boxes. I don't love the boxes. I like that we stamp the boxes. But the other day, I spent 2 hours stamping 200 and something boxes, and it's like, at what point do we just go buy branded boxes? And I looked into it, and it's a lot more expensive. It doesn't make sense unless we order like 25,000 boxes, which we're not going to do. We don't have. I don't know where we would store 25,000 boxes, but
you need storage. Excuse me.
Yeah, we would need a big place to store a lot of boxes, but.
Poly bags might make sense.
Poly bags totally make sense. I think it's Hyman. I don't know. Jamin? Not entirely sure, I'm sorry. Anyway, but poly bags make sense, but I think it would be fun for like 1 week out of the year to just have a bigger thing. Again, we need to be a significantly larger business at that point, but get people to want to purchase from us and have the potential to win a set, not just a poly bag, because poly bag's cool, but it's $5, you know, but a set, like $30 or $40 or something, and maybe at the end of the week, one big set or something, you know? Yeah. Because that's what they were doing. Jamin, okay, sorry. They were doing a big thing where like it was an Apex Fusion, and it's like a $1,000 thing, or yeah, something like that. And that was like, you know, each day they'd give away 5 of those.
Did you
win?
Or
something. I did not win. But of course I purchased during that time because there was a concept and I still kind of needed something from them. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, cool, I do need more fish food, I need more salt, whatever it is, I'm gonna buy from you, and maybe I'll win something. The only thing I ever won, I think, was a little $5 gift certificate. But it was $5 that I got to use on my next order, so it was cool, but they definitely got a lot of business that week. They got so much business that week, they usually ship same day. It took 2 days to ship out my order.
Speaking of getting more business, do we want to announce our Halloween plans?
Sure, yeah, so for those of you who are watching right now, and London Bridge Bricks, welcome to the stream. I just saw you popped up way up there. It's been a little while, but welcome to the stream. Next week, a week from today, next Saturday, is close to Halloween, and we're gonna do an order packing video. An order packing stream. So we'll have it set up a different way, where we can both be on carts packing orders, but we want some orders from people who want their orders packed on camera. So if you are looking to place an order in our store, and you place an order anywhere from now to next Saturday, go ahead and...
do we want to have them request?
Yes, yeah, please. Go ahead and type into that little comment section, pack on camera. If you don't type that in, it'll get packed and shipped before the stream. But if you want to place an order, if there's any parts in our store we happen to have, or you just want a little shout-out type thing, place an order in our store. As a reminder, $35, you get free shipping, and we'll pack it on camera next Saturday. We have one order at the moment that needs to be packed on camera, and I'm hoping that we can get, 5 to 10 more maybe. That'd be really nice. And then we can pack your guys' orders on camera and talk with you guys while we're packing. People like the packing things, so
both of us will be there.
We'll both be there packing for the first time, which will be interesting.
Yes.
That's why it's a little more setup. We were going to do it this week. We were going to do it last week, but it's just like it's a lot more setup. But we're doing it Saturday, the 30th, which should be fun. Jim says, I like your business cards. Nice to have the order number when you open up a package and a return address that does not always match the store name. It makes it easier to find when you have a lot of orders. That's true. That's something I guess I've never really thought of is, what if you do have... I guess that's the nice thing about it. We have the box that says just a brick in the bucket. When you open it up, you have the business card that says just a brick in the bucket. Mm-hmm. That's it, I guess.
Oh, well, I always put the bubble wrap and then the business card on top.
Yeah, so that in theory is the first thing they see if they open it the right way.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that makes it easy as well. So, and Soulflame says, I think the stamp on the box is very good for branding. I agree, I like it. I just don't like that it, unfortunately, takes so much time. But I probably won't stamp boxes for another 2 months now. So I guess it's really not that bad. It's just a rough 2 hours. It hurts your hand after a while to stamp pad and then push on the box because the stamp pad isn't perfectly inking everything. But yeah. Dunham and Brickco says, Booster, welcome by the way. Dunham and Brickco says, Ralph's Bricks and Pops often complain about getting orders with no identifiers, so they have no idea which order it is. Yeah, that was something that our first business card iteration, which I guess was before last summer, didn't have a little order number thing on it, and then some people started to request it. And so now we have it, and it actually, like I said, actually works with us in our whole workflow of how we pack and stuff. We can put an order over there with the card in it, and someone else can come in later that day and know whose order that is because the business card's there. And then we don't throw that paper away. We then use that and send it to the buyer, and it has dual purpose in theory. Funberg Creation says, I think business cards are a good way in promoting yourself, especially if there are more than just BrickLink. I have my YouTube and Instagram link on them. Yeah, so we also have, we have the little YouTube logo, and we have the Brick Owl logo. And it's the same business card if you order on BrickLink or Brick Owl.
I think our Discord is on there as well.
It's not, no. Is there a way on Discord to like search for a server?
You have to meet, I'm not actually certain we would meet those qualifications. Most servers are private by default, but you can get listed.
Is that a good or bad thing, to be listed? Is it too public then?
Anyone can find it. They don't necessarily have to search for it. It's just on a list. They can search, but I mean, we're so small, I doubt anyone would rate us.
Yeah, because if you couldn't search, there would be no point having that on. If you needed the invite link,
but I mean, we're family friendly, so we should be fine.
Yeah. Jade says, I really enjoy receiving the box with the stamp. Most people seller in Canada don't put as much detail as yours because it's more work. Makes sense. But yeah, we're trying to grow a brand, not just a little Lego business. I think we're getting close to wrapping up since I mean, there's probably 15 cups there, but we're getting close to out of space for cups, so we're gonna have to go get some more or empty out the ones that are full, which actually, maybe I'll just do that after this. How long have we been going now? 2 hours, 20 minutes, 2 hours, 10 minutes roughly, so not super short, I guess, which is okay. So still have 43 people watching, crazy. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Okay, usually someone says this in the chat, I will say it today. We only have 16 likes, but 43 people watching. So if you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up. It actually significantly helps a lot. So that would be great if you guys can go ahead and give it a little bit of a like. Click that like button if you're signed in. And if you haven't said hi, say hi in the chat. And we'll pretty much wrap it up now, I think. So 43 viewers, we've got 21 likes now. It's going up, so that's good.
Who's gonna press the button?
What button? Oh, I gotta go over there and press the button.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. 41 people, 42, 23 likes. Okay, we're going up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I guess we're done now. Let's see if I can do this. We will see you all in the next stream next week.
Where we will be packing, so make sure to place your orders.
Exactly. Place your orders, and in the comment section or the message field of that order, please be sure to say you want it packed on camera. All right, we'll see you next time.